Hello and welcome back. Last time we learned how to create a parameter query. Today we will add a few things to the query like discount. We will also then look at the form and create navigation buttons for the form. So let's right click on the student's query, design view, and you will notice here that I have the course fees like last time, but I have here fees with discount. So I'll right click on this and go to zoom, and you see the zoom window opens up, and here you notice that I have written fees with discount, that is my expression, and the values will be course fees minus course fees multiplied by enter discount without percentage sign divided by 100. Now this in square brackets, enter discount without percentage sign, will be shown to you so that you can enter the discount like 5, 10, 15 or whatever discount you like to give. Okay, once we have calculated the fees with discount, we will subtract the total payment amounts made by the students and then show the balance due fees with the discount. So there we have balance due will be fees with discount minus sum of the payment amounts that the student has made or keeps on making. So we'll say okay. We will run this by clicking on the run icon here, and there you see it asks us to enter discount without the percentage sign. So let me enter, for example, 5. Okay. Enter course name, because if you notice here below under course name we have also requested for the parameter query enter course name. So we have to enter a specific course name like Excel VBA. Of course we can remove this parameter query to get the balance due for all the students. So we'll say okay, and you see now only the students who took up Excel VBA, their course fees is mentioned here, and this is fees with discount. This is the sum of payments that the student has already made, and subtract that from the fees with discount. This is the total due. Okay, we can close this now. It says, do you want to save changes? We'll say yes. We can go back to our query, and here under the course name we can remove this parameter query, enter the course name, and we can run this now again. So this time it will only ask us for the discount, so we will say 5 again, so it means 5% percentage. So we'll say okay, and now we get the balance due from all the students whether they have done Excel VBA or MS Access. Now I'll close this. So do you want to save changes to the design of the query? Yes, we'll say okay. Now we'll go to our student form or form student here, right click on it, and in the design view, if you notice here, first of all I have changed this students data entry form. So if you go here to the property sheet, you can see that the caption has been changed to students data entry form. That is the one thing we have changed. The next thing, if you notice that we have changed, is the photograph properties. If you click here in the photo size mode, instead of the normal zoom or clip, we have taken stretch. This gives us the advantage of stretching the photo inside the whole area, so you will not see any gaps like you were seeing last time. We can run this. So I'll just double click on form students, and there you see the photo, how it looks. It is inside the complete photograph area. Now if we go back to the design mode and we change the picture size mode, for example to zoom, and then run the form, You see how the picture appears? So that is one way to ensure that the picture looks good, by taking the stretch property from the picture size mode. Let's double click on this to run it again, and there you see everything looks fine. We can close this now. We'll say yes. Now we'll open the form students again in the design mode. I'll just close this for some time. We'll go down. So we'll create our navigation buttons here. In the design mode, we will go to this area, and you see here we have a button. So I can click on the button. I can click and draw a button here. I'll leave the mouse, and as soon as I do that, you see it gives us a command button wizard. What action do you want to happen when the button is pressed? For example, we can take the category record navigation, and we'll say, I'll take this one because I have kept this button here. So go to the next record, I'll place it next to it. Okay, so next. And now you have two options. Do you want text or a picture on the button? So if you choose text, you can type the text to display. If you choose picture, you can click browse to find a picture to display. So if we take picture, we can say next. So we want to go to the previous button, and you see it has given it this icon. So we'll write, for example, here previous. So that will be our button name, and we'll put a prefix btn previous. Okay, that will be name of the button, which we can later use when we write macros. So we'll say finish, and it's done. Now we can go to the property sheet and have a look at the property of this button. So you see the name of the button is btn previous. The caption is written by itself here. Yeah, some picture. So picture caption arrangement, visible yes. And now I'll scroll down. You can see here it shows control tip text previous record. So I'm going to close this. Property sheet. I'll close this one also, and I'll save it. And let's double click on this form students, and you see here when I hover my mouse over the button, you can see the tooltip called previous record. So if I go from here, let us say to the second or third record, and I come down, if I click on this button, I will go to the previous record. In this case, it should be 2. So there it is. I am in the second record. Okay, I'm going to close this now. I'll right click here and go to the design mode again, and I'm going to add the go to next button. So we'll click on this button here, click and drag, and we'll go to next record here. We'll click on next, and you can see also that it has already given us this icon here. If you click on text, then you can write, for example, go to next. So we'll click on next, and we will give it a meaningful name. So we will say btn next. You can say next record also if you like, but next is enough. So we'll say finish, and we have this button here. So we can move this a little bit. We can right click on this, and we can close it, or we can go to form view straight away from here, and you see our button it has the tooltip next record. So if I click on this, it will go to the second record from the first one. So in this manner, I'm going to place more buttons here, and then you will have a look at them. So I have now placed a few more buttons from the same category. I can select these buttons here like this, go to arrange. You can do the size spacing, for example, and spacing will say equal horizontal. So the spacing has been done, and I'll place this next to it. This one will come here. This will go to the last record, so I'll place it here, and this will help us to find a record. So I'll place it here. Now I can select all of them and go to align and say bottom. The spacing is also now both equal horizontal and vertical. Okay, so I'll just keep this like this. Let me show you this in the form view, and you can see here this goes to the first record, this goes to the last record, previous record, next record, and this finds a record. So let us say if I'm here in the second record or the third record, I can use these navigation buttons to go to previous and next, or to the first and to the last, or I can find a record. See here? Now you can work with these buttons, and you can use and test out the different arrangements, spacing, sizing, and as you do that, you will learn more about it. So let me go back to the design view, and again we'll take a button, I'll draw a button here, but this time I'm going to change the category. So instead of record navigation, I'll say record operations, if you like to do that. See, you can add new record, delete new record, and so on. So I'll take add new record. Next. So I'll take a picture. Next. And we'll give this a name, add record. And finish. So you see here it is well aligned, and if you see it in the form view and just hover over it, it will tell you that this button does an add record. We can go back to design view, and we can add another category of a button. So we can take, for example, form operations, and here we can say we'll take close form. Okay, next. We'll take a picture. Next. And we'll write here BTN close form. Okay, and we'll say finish. So we can go to the form view. When we hover over the button, we can click on it to close it. So we'll save, yes, of course, and we'll double click now, and you see we have these buttons here in the design mode. You can select them and you can place them wherever you like. Okay, so let's go back to our form view and let's try them out. So again, we can go to the next record, previous record, last record, first record. We can find a record, we can add a record. So if I click on this, you see you are brought to a new record, and I have also put a default photograph which can be later on replaced by the photograph of your choice. Here we can close the form, and when we close the form, because we have made certain changes, it will ask us to save the changes, so we can select yes, no or cancel. So we'll select yes. Now I'll right click on this button, go to the open area, I'll open this form, and you can see here at the bottom you also have these navigation buttons. So once you have created these buttons and you don't want to show these navigation buttons below, then you can go back to design view, go to the property sheet, and the property sheet should show form here, and you can scroll down to navigation. So in the navigation buttons area it says yes. If you click here now and say no and close this, save it, and when you run this you will not see the original navigation buttons, and you can use your buttons. Of course you can keep those buttons also in view. In this manner the design of our form becomes better, and we can have more features on our form. So today we have learned how to introduce a discount into our query, and we have also learned how to create navigation buttons on our form and a few more interesting things. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.